You tried to sneak some bullshit in on me.
And
if I wouldn't have seen that,
I was never going to do anything
I was mad just fucking reading it.
I was never going to do anything with it. You can see you can't see in Zencaster. I didn't even put the audio clip in there. It was a complete...
Fuck, I'm telling you. Oh, this would have been the shortest goddamn podcast.
It was totally a joke. I knew it would fire you up when you saw it. I was hoping you'd see it. Well, maybe that wouldn't have been good. I was hoping you saw it in the podcast and
yeah, because if that would have got me in the moment, I probably just would have hung up my fucking headphones and walked upstairs, grabbed my drinks, and just fucking left.
All right, guys, we're done. What? We have got a cheat code for your wallet, people.
That's right. We're always telling everyone that we need to level up. You can level up your life. You can level up your gear. Well, our buds at the Cellular Center ICT just dropped a power-up you do not want to miss.
You don't want to miss this. We're talking about an iPhone 16e, the newest iPhone.
How much?
$550. Stop listening right now. Go to apple.com and look at the 16e. It's $599 on Apple's website. And this one's unlocked, and it's $550. It's $50 off. And it's unlocked. So you don't have to go take it to Verizon. You don't have to go take it to AT&T. You can use it anywhere you want. You can use it with Straight Talk. You can use it with Boost. You can use it with anybody.
But, okay, so here's what's crazy, though. Like, talking to these guys, they said if you're spending over $300 on a phone, they're also giving you a Starbucks gift card.
Yes.
Like, why?
So you go buy this 15E or the 16E, and they're going to give you a Starbucks gift card. You go buy any phone in there for $300 or more, and they're giving you a Starbucks gift card. So if your current phone is lagging worse than freaking dial-up internet used to,
Trav's computer,
or my Dell, or you're tired of being locked into a contract, head over to Cellular Center ICT at the Town East Mall, upstairs, across from the Men's Warehouse, next door to the Pop Corner.
Hell yeah! And I tell you what, go there, tell them that Cartridge and Quest sent you. Yeah. And then, either get the new iPhone for $550 or spend over $300 and get some free Starbucks with it. Like, that's ridiculous.
Upgrade them comms, people.
Upgrade it. He's going to be sitting here just staring at the TikTok bullshit the whole time. This is why we can't ever, double screen.
Welcome back, Cartridge and Quest.
Hell yeah.
We're here to bring that weekly dose of nostalgic nonsense. And we're the only podcast that remembers having to stand perfectly still in the driveway, facing east, so that your flip phone could get reception.
I still get bullshit like that with my phone even, but it's not necessarily reception. It's more like if I'm playing music and I'm out at the pool, and if I don't have it like standing upright or something, it kind of cuts out. I don't know. It's probably the shitty stereo that's outside, but what are you going to do?
Nothing
at all.
You're going to bow down to the cell phone so you can get reception.
I'm just trying to get my son. I'm trying to stay brown.
Oh. Thought you were trying to, call your son over. Anyways, I'm Averagetrav.
Who am I?
He's Foodie Mike C. He cooks stuff and stuff.
Sometimes it's good.
Most of the time.
Let's get into our bullshit. What are we on right now?
Retro Rewind, episode 119. We are almost 20.
Yeah.
Getting there.
Leonardo DiCaprio
What happens at 21 when you're a podcast?
Drunk as shit.
Because I know we didn't have a quinceañera.
I'm going to take my pants off.
Oh, my pants are off right now, and you can't even tell.
I'm just going to join. That's the fun of it.
It is. Retro Rewind is always powered by the Regent Theater.
Love
What
it.
are they playing this week?
How to Train Dragon.
I heard it's awesome. My kids loved it. They said it's the best live action adaptation of a movie that they've ever seen.
My freaking kids went and saw it without me, so now I'm going to look like a weirdo trying to go by myself.
We can go together. I didn't see it either.
Okay, let's do that. The popcorn.
Just throwing popcorn everywhere. Jerry's like, what are these idiots doing?
I was immediately thinking putting a hole in the bottom of the popcorn.
Oh boy,
Ugh.
I don't think I'm down for that.
We'll see.
Anyways, 1993, Apple released the Macintosh LC520. Well, not the most famous machine, and I bet you never heard of it.
No,
This was the very first low-cost line. So LC, get it? They were really fancy with their naming. It was the very first low-cost computer that was 2-in-1. So it was a monitor and a computer in a single unit.
I'm gonna say something real quick.
You go ahead.
Wozniak, that's his name, right?
Yes, Mr. Steve.
I sent you a clip. I doubt you've seen it yet.
I saw it. I replied back to you.
Did you?
Yes.
This motherfucker is like got a camera just angled down up his fucking nose.
Yeah.
Like it's like his nose is just gaping wide open, and it's like the camera's like just staring into his fucking nose.
He's got the biggest nostrils ever.
God
the crazy
damn.
thing is there was no boogies in there.
Dude's got to be like a coke dealer's dream, or he just got a massive fucking finger and he's just trained that bitch. Like
his pinky's just huge. And
he just fucking bore that fucker out, dude. He just bore that bitch out. I don't know what the fuck, man, but that dude's got a big old fucking nostril, and it was deep in that fucking camera, man. I don't know,
man.
Anyways,
it was. His nose was huge in that. That was crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah. So anyway, why did I not put I didn't put the year, so I'm a dummy.
Fuck it.
Some year in the 90s.
You tell us.
Blizzard Entertainment released Diablo 2, a landmark action RPG that sold over 1 million copies in the first 2 months and defined the genre for a generation of gamers. Did you play Diablo or Diablo 2?
Yeah, I was just trying to think. I had one of the Diablos, and I remember playing it, and there was like a weapon, like some sort of staff. I want to say it was like Staff Apocalypse or some bullshit like that. But anyways, it did an immense amount of damage, but it would like take the staff down, like hit marker or something. But anyways, I remember one of my brothers used the shit out of it, and then they fucking saved it. So every time like you started the game up, like this staff was either like broken or almost broken. I was like, God damn, like I had it brand new, and you know I was ready to go do some work with it, but somebody just completely fucked it up, and I was very upset.
Dang it. I never played either one.
It was fun. It was definitely kind of crazy. What was fucking Leroy Jenkins doing? Because I feel like it was kind of a Diablo-esque kind of game. Like it kind of had similar vibes.
Leroy Jenkins?
Don't tell me you don't fucking know who Leroy Jenkins is.
No, man.
God damn, that is fucking crazy. Especially for being a nerd. Like, you got to know this shit. Oh my God, now we got to stop and have him fucking look it up.
Repeating, of course. Percentage of survival.
Oh, it's a lot better than we usually do.
Alright, chums up.
Ready, guys?
Let's do this. Leroy Jenkins! Oh my God, he just ran in. Save him!
Oh, geez, stick to the plan.
Oh, Jesus. Let's go. Stick to the plan, chums.
Stick to the plan.
Oh, gee. Oh, fuck. Give me divine intervention. Hurry up.
Shout.
He's saying I can't cast. I can't move. Am I lagging, guys? I can't move. What the hell? I can't aim. Oh my God. The eggs keep spawning. More respawning. I don't think you can cast with that shit. Oh my God. Shout. We got it off. I got it. Take it off.
Come on, down.
Oh my God.
God damn it, Leroy.
Yo, Martin Luther, Goku. My man.
World of Warcraft? I was never into WoW.
I'm just saying it's like the most popular fucking clip in the world.
Absolutely. I've heard the name.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Okay. I mean, what you said is WTF is Leroy Jenkins.
Okay. I hope everyone blows you up for this. But yeah, it's pretty iconic. So whether you see it now or later, like we're going to look it up. We need to make this a fucking clip because it's one of those things that like everybody has to know what it is. And if you don't, you need to fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so good. Like basically all these dudes are like joining together to fight this like big bad boss. And the one guy's talking, he's like, all right, you know, you got these spells and you can do this and we need you to do this and we're going to attack and you've got to be healing and all this stuff. And this guy's just like, Leroy Jenkins. And then he just fucking takes off into the cave by himself. And they're like, God damn it, Leroy. And like, they're in there trying to see if they can like save the mission.
That's
And
hilarious.
it is not savable. It is so fucking great.
That is so funny.
My guy's gamer tag is Jenkins because of this clip. See, people know. People on TikTok are saying right now, like, hey, come on, get educated. It's so good.
I should know, but I don't.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Can't know everything or anything in my case. Whatever. June 23rd, 1991. Sonic the freaking Hedgehog.
It's amazing. They're still doing some crazy shit with like the movie series and like,
yeah,
it's so fucking good.
I mean, this was the very first one, Sega Genesis. It doesn't get much better.
I think that's when I realized I had anxiety when he's underwater and it's making that scary ass music. It's faster and faster. Ooh,
you learned a lot about yourself from 1988 to 1991.
Yeah. Damn.
Wow. 1996. Quake. First person shooter. It was the successor. How the successor?
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, to Doom.
Sucksexer sounds better.
That sounds real naughty.
Like a good sucksexing.
Wow.
Oh,
the second one,
yeah,
to Doom, it featured a revolutionary real-time 3D engine. So this was pretty cool. I didn't play Quake.
I don't remember that shit at all.
I don't know if I can say that on the. I'm white, so I don't think I can say that one. Goku, like,
what do you say? That's you can't say as white. Big back.
Oh, I thought that said black.
Jesus Christ, this fucker can't read.
I'm an
Big Back
idiot.
News. They have Chips Ahoy ice cream sandwich inspired cookies. That sounds pretty good.
Chips Ahoy. Oh, dang, that does sound good. Okay, let me quit reading because I'm a dumb. It is time for the Cartridge and Quest Conundrum. Guess that name game?
Yeah.
This game didn't just debut on a new console. It effectively defined a console. Golly.
Holy shit. He's drunk, everybody. Leave him alone.
I don't think I've had it.
Leave him alone. It says bong.
Oh, no. What happened? This was not cucumber. It was
bong water. Stanky ass bong water.
Okay, let's start over here. Cartridge Conundrum. This game didn't just debut on a new console. It effectively defined that console forever, raising the bar for 3D exploration. This title that debuted in 1996 liberated a celebrated character from his 2D constraints, granting players the unprecedented ability to leap, dive, long jump, and even fly through a sprawling interactive castle and its many painting portals, vibrant, star-filled worlds. Everybody just figured it out. This innovative camera and groundbreaking control scheme felt revolutionary from the first minute, inviting players to conquer a familiar reptilian foe in ways never imagined. So tell us, what genre-defining game is this, and why do you think its impact on gaming is still felt so strongly today? You got it?
So fucking good. It's so good.
Still awesome. Still so good.
Yeah, I want to play
it this week in 1996. Let us know what it is. It was awesome.
Hell yeah. I'm not even going to go into it because it would be a spoiler. So fucking let's go to pop culture.
Oh, dang it.
I almost spoiled it.
Dang, go into it. We'll cut it.
I was just going to say, I saw one of the comments says, rented a 64 from the movie store to play this.
Yes.
So yeah, that's incredible. But I just saw a video where you have a Nintendo 64 controller and you can open bottles with it.
Yes.
In the back. That's so fucking cool. It makes you want to get a controller just to open bottles.
Just to go open bottles. I have 2 of them at home.
Well, fuck.
But you didn't tell me to bring them. You weren't prepared for the episode.
I literally sent you the fucking clip thinking like
a week ago,
and you never brought it.
Oh, jeez. That I didn't realize I had to read your mind.
Jesus Christ.
Golly. What a freaking girl.
That's why everybody hates you.
Oh, my gosh.
Go on.
Everybody hates me. What are you doing?
There's a freezer right here, by the way.
What? Why are you doing that?
There's a cheesecake in there and ice
what?
cream.
Pizza? Yeah. Freezer. All right. Let's move to movies.
Pop culture.
Yeah, well, it's literally just movies.
Go ahead.
You were Ron Burgundy? June 27th, 1990. Days of Thunder. Okay, listen. This is not nerdy. This is not, I mean, but I watched this movie so many times, and I think it was probably because my dad was a NASCAR fan, and this was like kind of feels like the peak of NASCAR. This movie, like Tom Cruise and then the other guy that it plays the guy in Guardians of the Galaxy, that's not the right guy, not the same guy. I don't think it's whatever. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Days of Thunder was awesome. I loved it. It was so fun. It was NASCAR. It was cars. They were racing rental cars. They wrecked the crap out of them. And this game on NES was also really fun. And I went back and played it on my little RS-32 handheld.
Mm-hmm.
Lame. So lame.
I was literally going to ask you. I was like, I don't even know what Days of Thunder is. What's it about?
What?
Turns out.
What's NASCAR, he says. Come on, bro. Yes, it was about NASCAR. So, he was in the black and green car, and just all kinds of just.
Oh, like Talladega Nights.
No, not at all.
Just like Talladega Nights. Yeah.
Same movie. They redid it. That's actually a redo.
It's a remake.
Yeah, it's a remake of Days of Thunder. June 22nd, 1990. RoboCop 2. Can I just say, meh?
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't fucking. I was aware of it, but I don't.
I mean, yeah, sure. Arnold was awesome, but jeez, I don't know. Not my deal. And then June 23rd, 2000. Me, Myself, and Irene.
I remember that.
Jim
one.
Carrey was so funny in this movie.
Fucking weird, man.
He was weird. He was so weird. So just like two personalities, and
is this the one where the chick's in the elevator? And
I think so. This movie's just he was just weird, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Whatever. Tell us what you think about those three movies. Okay, this is the meat. This is the meat on the bone this week.
Oh shit!
I'm pumped about these two stories.
Okay.
Like the first one, man, June 23rd, 1996.
Mm-hmm.
The Mecca Arena in Milwaukee. Forget everything you thought you knew about professional wrestling. Because on this day, the rules were rewritten by a man named Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Hell yeah.
He just beat Jake the Snake Roberts, Jake the Snake was cool. Like bringing that snake out to the ring, and he was cool for a long time. He was pretty washed up by this point. But he just beat Jake the Snake to win the King of the Ring. And when you win the King of the Ring, you go up to the podium thing and you get your staff and your crown, and you're crowned the guy, right? Well, not Stone Cold. He freaking goes up there and in 5 words turns the wrestling world upside down for the next 5 years.
Said, fuck the government.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
Are you serious right now? Like he said that, and it flipped the wrestling world upside down, and he was the man for the next 5 years.
I remember seeing those shirts everywhere.
And then they changed them, and they had the smoke coming out of the skull's eyes, and this ignited the Attitude Era. It started the Attitude Era. Austin 316 says, I just whipped your ass. He's shattered. Or no, he didn't shatter anything. This just like freaking
jump-started
everything for the Attitude Era.
Yeah, that was wild. And it's funny that he, like, seeing or hearing his backstory so much, like just how they were working so hard to try to come up with these new things, and they were all so stupid. And even Mankind was like, man, they were pretty bad. Like he was like, yeah, I thought they were all terrible.
Yes.
So, God.
And this was ad-libbed. This was not planned. They did not plan for him to say that. This was off the top of his head because
there's a John 3:16 sign out there.
Well, and Jake the Snake was a Christian at the time, and he said, you're spouting all your Bible verses and whatever, and then he pops this off.
Yep.
And it just freaking, like, everything from that point on was all Stone Cold all the time, and he was just the man forever.
He just dominated.
It was
amazing. That was a great era of wrestling.
Crazy, awesome era for wrestling. Okay, Same exact, the next night
Oh shit.
on WCW, we have the Outsiders still. We're still talking about the Outsiders. Hall and Nash. They made this so real this night because these guys show up to the arena. They've got bats and they're terrorizing fans and the wrestlers, and they're in places they're not supposed to be. They're in places you've never even seen before. They're backstage and they're showing them. And then the cops show up. And the cops like have their hands on their gun, like, you got to get out of here. Like, this, you cannot be here. You are not employed by the WCW. You can't be here. And they're like, yes, we can. And so they get out of that. And then at the end of the night, there's a 3-way tag match for the tag titles, and they help whoever they want to win that match. And they are the Outsiders at this point. Like, they have, as a kid, I had no idea that this felt like they were not supposed to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was just like,
you think they're actually
this is
backstage
happening.
just fucking shit up.
Yes.
And it's like,
it was so real back then. And this was like the coolest storyline. And so you've got, in back-to-back nights in 1996, you have Stone Cold igniting his Attitude Era and the Outsiders making this thing feel so real.
WCW,
like these two storylines are why the Monday Night Wars happened. Like, if they wouldn't have done these at the same time on accident, then the Monday Night Wars would have never happened. So crazy stuff, all leading up to some stuff here in the next couple of weeks for the WCW, and then the WWF. Like, they were on fire for the next couple of years. So, okay, so we're gonna fast forward to 1999.
Okay.
Still Stone Cold's still on top, like killing it. And we've got a championship match between him and the Undertaker on June 28th, 1999. Okay. This episode of Raw kind of felt like just a normal episode of Raw, but then it was just built, like, it felt like it just built because they just had such a good storyline going with him about the common everyday guy and like the boss that terrorizes him, and he can get back at his boss and all of that stuff, right? The pay-per-view was the night before. Shane McMahon and Vince McMahon won the match, and so Austin's fighting the Undertaker for the belt. They killed this night. They drew the biggest crowd for a WWF or WCW
just
show,
cable
in general. 10.72 million viewers watched this match. Like, this wasn't a segment. This wasn't somebody talking. This wasn't somebody doing a bit. This was these two dudes wrestling for the belt, and it drew 10.7 million, the most ever on cable TV. Like, that's wild.
That is, and I think the craziest thing about just Stone Cold as like a person and everything, like, if Vince wasn't willing to just kind of let him be what he was going to be, like, it never would have took off. Like, he would have been a completely different thing. And then Vince has even done so much weird shit himself, just as a part of being an entertainer. I remember hearing some of the shit that was rejected, and it's like, oh God, like,
if it was rejected, it was bad because they did some wild things.
He was pushing the lines for sure because he was trying to do some just fucked up stuff. Man.
Absolutely. So on the flip side, the same night that this happened, in 1999, this is wrong. It got typed up wrong, but on June 28th, 1999 episode of Monday Nitro, we've got a disjointed, chaotic mess on WCW. We've got inside jokes that nobody understands, and they drew 3 million people. On the same night that the WWF, at the same exact time that the WWF is drawing 10.7 million people, WCW has 3 million people watching. This was basically the end of the WCW and the Monday Night Wars because the WWF just was dominating and nobody
Whoever
even cared.
Decided that inside jokes were going to be like popular, like, if people don't understand, like, what the fuck?
Exactly. It's just like, what are they even talking about? And it was all because they were all mad at Ted Turner because he wasn't spending money, he wasn't bringing talent, he wasn't doing any of that stuff, and they were getting killed, and they knew it by WWF. And so they were just like bashing on him. But it's like, we don't care about any of that. Like,
Yeah.
give us NWO, give us Hulk, give us somebody, right?
Yeah.
So, it was the WCW was pretty much toast by this point. So, two conflicting things there, and a lot more to come from these stories coming up here in the next couple of weeks.
Whew.
Whew.
That was a lot.
I got pumped. Got pumped about
I'm
that.
sweating right now. Like I've been watching Cops.
That was good. NWO will always be the best. I agree. That the NWO was
Crazy.
awesome. The Wolfpack was
Amazing.
awesome when they split apart. Like, it's just iconic. It's so good. Okay, let's move on to some music. This week in 1990, we had
Step by step.
the Backstreet Boys, the New Kids.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, what an idiot. The New Kids on the Block, Step by Step. Like, this is the beginning of the boy bands, right? They were the very first one.
I don't even know that I could tell you any of their names.
Mark Wahlberg?
He was a new kid?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And his brother, Donnie.
Damn, that's wild.
Man, what?
Now they're making burgers and movies.
Yeah, they are. Wahlburger. And what's the funny movies with him and Will Ferrell? And then John Cena's in there.
The other guys?
And they're the dads. Is it called? No, that's a cop movie, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Pass.
I don't either. Those are funny though. I like those
They are
movies.
good.
They're really funny. When it's stepdads,
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyway, we got a big FU from Mike on this one, so I'm going to not do that. The next one is,
Hell yeah.
yeah. I mean, we're going to skip that one and we're going to go back to it because it's out of order. 1991, Paula Abdul. So 80s still.
I don't even think I know what this is.
It
The
was
drums
huge.
are just fucking.
Yeah, that was so 80s still. Like,
Jesus.
it's just like Rush from Paula Abdul, 1991, top
Okay.
single, June
Okay.
15th. Okay. This is so, I'm serious. Like, I hate this. I don't know. Enrique was not the man. Ricky Martin, on the other hand,
How about
Enrique
Hero?
Iglesias, be with, huh?
I said, how about Hero?
Oh, that one was better. In 2000, Enrique Iglesias, be with you. I'm not into it.
No.
I was not into that.
I don't like saying bad stuff about brown people, but
And
not about it.
this one's real bad. I don't even know how this got there. It's like they thought that they had to do it because it was at the beginning of American Idol. But Clay Aiken, I mean, that's not even good. That's not even good vocals to me.
Never into that guy. I don't know, man.
No, it was weird. I don't know how he won.
Just awkward all the way around it.
He was a weird dude, and it was just, I didn't think it was good music. He shouldn't have. If he won that season, he definitely shouldn't have. I don't know who won that season. I feel like it was probably him. Anyway, that's music.
Absolutely should not have happened. But regardless, you guys know that we have teamed up with the Collector Maze Network, and if it's geek, they have you covered because they have so much they're offering, and I feel like you have some cool new people that they should be checking out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not even new. These guys are kind of OGs with Collector's Maze. It's the Evil Squid Comics. Brothers Dan and Drew and their old friend Scott too. They talk about geeky comic news and reviews. Drew's got I think it's Drew, the younger brother. He's got like 40,000 comic books.
I've never owned like a comic book myself, so I feel like that's something I need to kind of.
I feel like anything you're into, you can go find a comic book on it, and you could just get into it. Like it, just whatever. Like, I don't know. Don't get weird. But
I'm not going to get weird with it. I wanted to. There's something just rattling on in there that I'm just.
Oh, Ruben Studdard won that season. Thanks. Yeah, he did.
I feel like Ruben never really did anything, but Ruben was good.
Ruben was good. I agree. Ruben should have won. That was a weird one because it was like it was those two dudes, and everybody thought Clay should have won, but Ruben won. But I
kind of hoping they'd just start kissing, and they never did.
I thought Ruben was better. Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know what you mean by 2 steps forward, 2 steps back.
You're talking about Paul Abdul, right?
Oh, is that a song?
Jesus Christ. Okay.
I don't know nothing about no Paula.
So, anyways, God, I feel like
Daddy's Home. That's it. The other Daddy's Home. That's the
yeah,
movie.
that is it. But speaking of Daddy's Home, I feel like we had
Yes.
some pretty good Father's Day.
I'm not going to get too in depth on mine, but
Yeah, we had very different days,
we did.
and I got to hang out with my wife and kids and stuff, and we did some stuff, and then I left for a concert, and the concert was headlined by Dance Gavin Dance, so I was super excited about that. I've been a big fan for a long time, and to meet Will Swan finally for the first time was just so awesome. This guy is such a good guitarist. He has his own genre of music named after him. So his name's Will Swan, and it's called Swancore.
Swancore. Is it what are we hearing when we hear Swancore? Like, can you describe it?
Young enough to feel it. Young enough to
So
feel
it's kind
it.
of like math rock, which sounds weird, but it's a lot of just real technical notes and stuff like that. But John Mess is their screamer, and he's just self-taught, and he's been their screamer forever. And this band has had a lot of just amazing singers. Johnny Craig has been one of my favorites forever. Getting to hang out with Andrew Wells recently through Idola and Dance Gavin Dance, getting to know him. I feel like he's really great. But the problem with Dance Gavin Dance is they've always been known to have just fucking chaotic singers. Like, they're going to end up in rehab and bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Like, just drug problems and shit like that, like constantly having change ups and everything. So they recently lost Tillian. And then Andrew, who was their guitarist, took the place like during live shows or whatever, and they're like, hey, you're doing a great job, like why don't you just be our singer? So then they got another guitarist to jump in. So it was really cool to see that. Really cool to meet John Mess as well, because if you hear any of his lyrics, he just says the weirdest fucking shit, and I just wondered what kind of person he was going to be. Super calm, super nice, just real friendly dude. I don't know, I didn't know what I was expecting. But anyways,
because you said he's the screamer, right?
He
and
is,
so you
and
just
all of
think
his
he's
lyrics
gonna
are
be
just
wild all
wild.
the time.
If you just check out his lyrics, like, it just weird shit. So anyway, my boys in the home team, I've coached these guys a handful of times, and they're just great dudes. And every single time I see them, they just get better and better. And it is so fucking
They
crazy.
are getting so good. Like, they kind of have filled up my TikTok. They've been posting a lot of stuff.
They have,
and his voice, like, he's good. Like, I like those guys a lot.
They're incredible, and they're all just such good, genuine dudes as well. I got to meet Dwellings and Belmont at the same time, and I totally forgot I was going to wear my Belmont shirt because they have a song called Bowser's Castle. So, like, this Belmont shirt has Bowser on it and the Bowser Castle on the back of it, and it's so fucking cool. But again, just really, really cool dudes. The singer from Dwellings was telling me, he's like, yeah, I'm a pit master, and I was like, oh shit, so we're kind of hanging out, talking barbecue and everything. And so he's like, yeah, we're going to do a tour soon. Like, we need to do more food and hang out and chat. So I think that's going to be happening here soon. But just a wild concert, man. It was great meeting everyone, seeing these events. I mean, the place was packed out. So, I mean, it was nuts just seeing.
I know I called you who was on stage when I called you?
I think the home team
team. And so it looked wild. Like, you were on the side of the stage up top, like you were up there with them. Yeah. And you were showing me that, and I was like, dude, that looks amazing. I was a little bit in shock when I called you because something big. We won a big jackpot.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was a little shocked when I saw you. I thought you were calling me to just see how the concert's going. And I remember looking down, I was like, holy shit.
We won a big jackpot at the casino down in Oklahoma at the World Casino. And so I called you to show you that, and you had your video up, and I was like, dang, this looks awesome. But I was a little bit in shock because it was quite a bit of money, and it had just happened. So we had a really great time, though. My wife and I went. I actually didn't see my kids at all on Father's Day. We dropped them off at my mom's house on Saturday. We went and ate and stuff with her dad and grandpa and family and all that. And so we got to hang out Saturday and do all the Father's Day stuff. And then we just relaxed.
Dude, that sounds so cool. I remember one time they were like, "Oh, we're going to the spa," and I was like,
"Yes,
I don't even know."
My wife had never been able to go to a spa before, and so this was her first spa experience. And that spa was really freaking nice there. And like, they have swimming pool, and they've got saunas, and we got massages and facials and all the stuff, right? I don't know what that is.
The Dallas Cowboy spot inside there. Didn't they have like a restaurant or something?
Yes, they
Cowboys?
do. They have a restaurant. The
Damn.
Cowboys
I want
Bar
to do
Grill
that. That
is
looked
in there.
real cool.
It's nice in there. It's
Damn.
really cool. That
How was
place
the
is
food?
awesome. It's basic. We went to Toby Keith's Bar and Grill because we'd already been to the Cowboys restaurant before.
Okay.
We went to Toby Keith's Bar and Grill. The steak was actually pretty good. The service was crap. Like they just didn't have enough servers. We had a New York pizzas and hot dog place, which was pretty good. I had a burger there. No, it's New York Burgers and Dogs, not pizzas.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I had a burger. It was good. My wife had a hot dog. We ate at a fish and chips place.
I love fish and chips.
It was decent. I mean, it was better than Long John Silver's. Not as good as like Raglan Road at Disney.
Don't talk shit on Long Johns, though. They're still holding it down.
They've been holding it down. I had fries and fish and chips. Fish and chips and some chicken, and I think the chicken was better than the fish.
That's the same with Long Johns.
Yeah, that's because we're not
chicken's
close to
great.
anywhere that you can have good fish. So, but we had a great time. Got so lucky on winning a jackpot.
Oh, okay. I was like,
And I mean, yeah, there's some luckiness happening there too. And
we had a hot tub in the room. It was all right.
Well, we didn't get upgraded. I wasn't Papa Giorgio in that sucker.
They didn't give a shit that much. But.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was great. Super fun, relaxing.
Good weekend, man.
Yeah, it was great. We had a good time.
Good weekend all the way around. And God, I see somebody commenting Captain D's is way better than Long John's. I remember my buddy from Tennessee, Dave. Fucker was always talking about Captain D's. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And like everything was Captain D's. I was like, man, whatever, dude. Like,
I don't know about that because Long John's is like the OG. I feel like there's no way Captain D's is better.
We just got to find one and give it a shot, I guess. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
But,
also, real quick, shout out. Thanks for the gifts on TikTok, guys. That's awesome. Thank you for doing that. Yes, we have got. This is week 3 of us shouting out Shiner until they acknowledge us. We're just playing Shiner, but we love your stuff. We really want to collaborate. We're drinking Shiner 1909. This is the original formula from 1909 when they founded the brewery.
That
the
is
original
wild.
owners, or the original founders brewed this exact beer, and so they're rebrewing it now. And it's good.
That's a long ass time ago.
Yeah, 1909 was a long time ago.
Man.
I think this is good. You said you think it's your least favorite Shiner you've ever had. One of them has to be.
With
it's okay.
With that being said, I mean it's
still a better
good.
beer than
Still
a lot of other beers you've
Absolutely.
had, right?
It's just I feel like I'm getting more of the hop, which makes sense. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's like the original.
And we don't like IPAs. We don't like IPAs.
Yeah. When I went to Mexico, I was like, "Oh, you guys are doing IPAs," and like IPA, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, IPAs." So I'm calling them IPAs now. But yeah, it just feels a little more hoppy, like especially on the finish than
yeah, and it's because it's got that old school hop in it, right? So you've got the barley and the old school hops. But this is a good beer. I mean, the 1909 is different than a Shiner for sure. Yeah. But I rated it a 4.75 because I think it's still freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And we just love our Shiner, and we are gonna just keep on keeping on with Shiner, trying to get them to notice us and at least say hi.
It's gonna happen.
Just say hi, Shiner. Like,
damn.
Hi guys.
Can I get a hi?
Anything.
Something. So, back to my nerd shit. My son came over and was like, "Hey, you know what we should do? We should make our own Pokemon stuff." And I was like, "Oh, that sounds cool." So I got like the wheel generator going, and I'll like post the wheels and shit here. But like I literally set up like the type. I set up like an evolution level, and then we just found like a list of like 100 random animals. So it was really interesting, just like clicking the wheel to see like if you're going to be like a psychic type or whatever, and then the evolution level, like if you're basic, stage 1, stage 2, EX, whatever. So that was kind of fun. And then the random animals, the part that kind of sucked, because like I want to say my first one was like a, God, what was it? Some sort of deer. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? You know what I mean? Like a caribou or something. Like I'm like, what the fuck do I do with this?
Okay, hold on, slow down.
Yeah,
we got to back up because I have no freaking idea like you spun a wheel.
Yeah.
And it's got the stuff on it, and okay. So you pick a type, and you get a type.
Yeah.
But
So
how are you building it? Like, what are you doing to build it?
we're literally drawing it.
Oh,
Like we were like hand drawing this bitch.
Okay.
So like we, maybe I can take a picture of an example or whatever. But like I remember my last one was like a fight style. It was a monkey. It was a stage 2 or a VMAX or something. I can't even remember, but fucking wild, man. And of course I get on ChatGPT because that's what I do. I just get on ChatGPT.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, well, I got to create a monkey style Pokemon fighting style. Like, what do you think? And it's giving me like cool names and abilities and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that, you know?
You should have just told him to make the picture for you.
I probably should have, but I didn't. I kind of just drew it myself. So we got some weird stuff. It's funny because my wife was upstairs, like going through that room, like clearing out shit.
Oh, good.
And she saw these like drawings, and she's like, "What is this? Like, what are you guys doing?" And I told her, she's like, "Nerd." I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, I'm just hanging out with my son. Shit, leave me alone. So that was pretty funny. But she's like, "Damn nerd."
I do want to talk about something that's not here that was mentioned in the chat because freaking AI Sasquatch has taken over the internet.
Dude, it's so fucking funny too.
It is hilarious. They're doing some super funny stuff.
I saw like that lady who's on the plane, and she's like, that guy isn't real, or that fucker isn't real, or whatever. And it's the AI Sasquatch. He's like, whoa, man, I'm just trying to fly home. Like, you know, let's be cool here.
Yeah, AI Sasquatch is doing some funny stuff, and he has taken over. He's gone super viral.
It's so good.
It's really funny. AI is just insane right now, dude. Like the way that it's advancing and the stuff that people are able to do now that VO3 came out.
We need another sponsor just to do fucking VO3, just so we can just create some just wild
That
shit.
would be such a waste of money. It's $250 a month.
It would, but we'd have some just weird fucking content, and it would be so good.
Yeah, we'd mash some stuff up for sure. But
God,
yeah. So shout out Sasquatch.
Shout out to fucking Sasquatch. We've talked a lot about leveling up your life too. Generally it's involved CCICT with a lot of the shit they do with, you know, fixing your phone or getting cheap phones, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But God, it made me think recently because my kids are like, oh, I'm doing a life hack, and they're like putting sauce in with their McNuggets and shaking. I was like, it's not a fucking life hack. It's not helping your life in any fucking shape or form. But anyways, they kept saying this shit and kept doing that. And then it made me think about, like, you know, what life hacks would I try to pass on, or what I try to show them, you know, because there's some stuff you show your kids and it's like, yeah, do it this way instead because, you know, whatever.
Kind of like work smarter, not harder type stuff. Or?
Exactly. And I was trying to think of like some good stuff. For example, like I've seen people who have like clipped like paper clips or like paper,
clothesline,
you know what I mean? Like
clothesline clips.
Not even necessarily that, but anyways, they hook them to the desk and it like holds wires. So like your fucking cords don't just keep like, you know, coming undone, things like that. So like, it made me wonder, like anyone who's like watching us, like whether it's live or you're watching us like later on, like Spotify and all that shit. I genuinely want to know, like, what is some cool stuff that you've done
Give us some
that
life
has like
hacks.
helped you out? Because like, you know, there's little stuff you can do. Like, you know, if you're cutting an onion in the fucking kitchen, you know, it's like you can cut all of it. But like, and then like, it made me think like, well, sometimes your cutting board is moving around. It's like, well, if you take a wet paper towel, put it underneath, it makes it to where it's not sliding everywhere. So it's like the little stuff like that I do on a regular basis that I don't even know.
You don't think about
if everybody else does it, you know what I mean? Cause like, there's like, we had this conversation about like, we were at a baseball game and my wife is trying to teach her son how to like eat seeds properly.
Oh geez. Yeah.
And it's like, I do it a little different than she does it. You know what I mean? And she's teaching her son the way that she does it. So it's like, how many people are doing the exact same thing, but just completely different?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it made me think about these life hacks, and it's like, dude, there has to be stuff that we are doing, but completely different. And it's like, could you guys help me do something easier or better? You know what I mean?
Right. So the one that I think when you started talking about that, the one I think about the most is like when you go sit down at a bar or even at a restaurant, and you know when they give you the napkin and you sit your cup on it, and then you pick your cup up and that freaking napkin is stuck to the bottom. Throw a little bit of salt on that napkin and it never sticks.
I've seen that as well. Somebody said, "Good life hack: marry a rich woman or man." It's like, well, shit. If you can make that happen, if only it's that easy, huh? You just
I mean, if we could all do that, that'd be great.
But yeah, I want to hear like what you guys like legitimately do, because I've seen so many different things, especially like food stuff on the internet. Everybody has their own food life hack, but I feel like I haven't really seen one that I'm like, God, that's a really good idea. It's just like, well, it's just your different way of doing it.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. Let us know. That's an interesting thought, because I think they're probably, you don't even think about those things, and you don't think anybody else probably even does it differently. You're like, this is just how everybody does it, and then it's like they do that completely different, but you get the same result. Like for the seed thing, right? Like you're still getting the seed out of the seed, and you're still spitting the thing out of there.
Yeah.
But she's doing it a different way, and the result's exactly the same.
And it's so funny that you're like passing this weird shit on down to your kids, and they're going to pass it to their kids because that's just the way they've done it. So it's like, if somebody could teach me how to effectively do whatever, it's like, make my life easier, make it better. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I literally had a whole list of examples, but I'm also on the damn TikTok machine. So
well, get it pulled up there. You can do two at once.
Oh shit. Okay, let's see.
While he's doing that, we also we had the 1909s, but we also got Smirnoff spicy tamarind.
Very brown of you. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I knew where I was headed tonight, so I figured I'd get a little bit of brownie points. And then in that we put a cucumber lime Gatorade 0 because we're watching them figures.
Yeah.
And some tahine. And this is a refreshing summer drink, guys.
That makes me want to go just lay by the pool and just day drink when everybody else is at work. But here's some good examples though. And this is some of the stuff I've seen, like people losing their remotes all the time, and people like glue like Velcro to it, and like they just attach it like a coffee table or something. That's where the remote goes, and it's going to be there. How about toss a dryer sheet into your gym bag or shoes?
Heck yes, I've done this. I've done this in my closet before because I have a dirty clothes hamper in my closet.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you get real stinky in the summertime and you just throw your
a little beefy in there,
little swampy in there, and so I put some dryer sheets up on the shelves.
Maybe you start wringing out the crotch or something. Just getting that.
Maybe I should just wash my clothes off more often. I don't know.
God. So this next one is a kitchen life hack, I guess. And I remember my mom's like, hey, I saw something on Food Network. I want to see if you know what it is. Like, how do you peel ginger? I'm like, with a spoon. And she's like, meh. But literally, like, use a spoon to peel ginger. You're not going to hurt yourself. You're literally just sitting there scraping it off, and it works super well. So that's a good one right there. I've already mentioned the wet paper towel under the cutting board. That's pretty good. Put your phone in grayscale. What the fuck are you talking about? So this one says roll your clothes instead of folding them. That's something we did in the Army, and I thought that was the weirdest fucking thing. But when they showed us, and like,
oh, you rolling your clothes?
Yeah,
I do this every time I travel.
Do you? Okay.
Yes, I roll, and if I'm getting real fancy with it, I'll take the entire outfit and I'll roll it together as one thing and put it in there, and it saves so much space in my suitcase.
Okay.
So much more room for Jordans in there.
Yeah, you gotta have the shoes, but I feel like it prevents it from getting all wrinkled up as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But dude, it was fucking weird, man. The Army had rules for like fucking folding underwear and everything. Like, it was crazy, man. Some of the stuff that we had to do. It's really weird what people will do for money.
I roll my undies when I put them in the drawer.
I'm gonna be honest. My underwear drawer and like socks, I just kind of stuff the shit in there. And
my socks are that way. I've got 2 sock baskets in my I've got these cubbies in my closet, and I put long socks in one and short socks in the other one, and I have to dig through them every time. But it's just like, I'm not gonna spend the time to put that crap together every time.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with that. But I mean, that's just a good example. You know what I mean? So if you guys have things that you're actively doing that are actually like legitimate and could actually help us, like, dude, let us know, because fuck, I need the help as an adult.
As an adult, he said. Gotta have a little bit of help. Man, I think we are out of topics, and it's time to call it a night.
I kind of want to go eat some pizza or something.
We could do that.
You're going to hang out and eat pizza with me?
Keep it rad. It's pizza time. Peace.